Hey guys, it's Light here with Lighthouse Productions. So right now it's currently 5:56 a.m.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. Damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date. You're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall.
I have to be at Micro Center by hopefully 10 o'clock. If I can be there, yeah, they open at 10 o'clock, so that's when I'm going to try to get there. I know what I'm doing today. And it's going to be expensive. So, I'm going to be picking the Intel Core i9 1290K, the MSI C69A Pro Wi-Fi. It's going to be coming with a 32 gig of DDR5 RAM. It's pretty much the build bundle. So why am I going with that? Question is easy. My motherboard, I'm assuming, is dying right now. And yes, I could go out and pick up basically the same motherboard, or, well, can't pick up the same motherboard. So first things first, I'm going to go see if they have a motherboard that's sort of compatible with my stuff, which I doubt they do because I was not able to find one. If they have a motherboard that's good at what I need, I'm going to pick up that motherboard. And I don't know why my camera is so shaky right now. If they have a motherboard that works out for what I need, so I'm basically going to be taking my Intel CPU, basically everything like that. If they have what I need, I'm going to be picking that up. If not, I'm going to be basically building a new system. Now, as I said, if they don't have the motherboard that works with my stuff, I'm going to be doing pretty much a whole build. So I'm going to try to get there by about 10 o'clock in the morning. And as soon as I'm done there, I'm going to head back here, because I do want to get my system up and running. Because right now it's running, but for some reason it's only supporting 8 gigs RAM. Now, that sort of sucks. So it's only supporting 8 gigs RAM. That's the only way I can get it to boot up now. Now, before you guys say, "Oh, why don't you put in the RAM slowly?" Like, I tried. I rotated the RAM out. I saw the slot that I was using for RAM. I rotated all my RAM through that slot. They all worked fine. Once I put in another RAM stick in another slot, it wouldn't boot anymore. So that's basically what's going on right now. And like I said, I did cycle all my RAM through it. Again, once that didn't boot, I took out that piece of RAM, put in another one. Again, it wouldn't boot. And so at that point, I swapped RAM slots entirely. Grabbed another RAM slot, popped on the RAM stick in there, and again, it wouldn't boot. And again, I cycled RAM again. So I know that RAM's not the issue. So I'm at this point, I'm assuming it's the motherboard. If I'm wrong, well, guess I'm gonna find out the hard way. So 8:30 at night. So did what anyone do. I didn't feel like cooking, and I pretty much didn't have anything in the fridge. So I went, got some fast food, came back home, and ate real quick. And I tried to boot up into my computer so I could do some editing of some of the video I had worked on. And I turned on TheBEAST, and it wouldn't boot at all. My OS wouldn't show up, which is Windows 11. The motherboard, not even it would do like a boot. It would just get stuck, and I would get artifacting on my screens, on my monitors, and I already had that issue happen before, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna try to troubleshoot this again. I'm gonna, maybe there's something I missed last time I did this. So I unhooked my graphics card, which is a 37 Asus Turbo 3070. I removed that from the system, and I tried to boot up that way. I got nothing. Honestly, I got nothing at all. So I left the GPU out. I shut off my computer again, and I removed all of the RAM except one slot, which is just I'm running 64 gigs of RAM, so I left one stick of 16 gigs in. When I did that, my computer finally boot up, went into Windows, and I was acting a little bit slow, but you know, it was back to working like it should. So I decided, you know what? So I went through everything, just checking my OS, checking everything, making sure everything was fine. Did some diagnostics while I was in there, and I wasn't getting anything. So again, I turned off my system, and I plugged in another RAM card, another RAM stick, and it went back into a loop. It wouldn't boot up again. So I was thinking, oh, maybe I have a dead RAM stick at this point. So I took out that RAM stick, put in another one. I tried to I turned on the system, and again it wouldn't boot. So I went through all the sticks of RAM that way, and none of them would boot. So, and I was thinking, you know what? So I took out the original piece of RAM that I had in there, and I swapped it out for another one. And this time it did boot. And I was like wondering why. So I went through all the RAM that way, all four sticks, and they all booted up without an issue. It's just when I would hook up more than one RAM stick, that's when the issues happened. That's what would go on, and I didn't know why. So, kept doing more troubleshooting, thinking maybe I messed something up here and there, and at the end of the day, nothing was wrong. Everything was working just properly, just fine. So, it came up with my conclusion. Either my CPU or my graphics card is either my CPU or my motherboard are on their way out or they're already gone, and right now I'm beating a dead horse. So I did what I did. Again, took out all the RAM, just left one stick in there, booted up, and I was doing everything I could, doing everything I wanted to. Played some Minecraft, was going through YouTube, was checking my email, and I was running the computer at what I could with the specs I had at that point. And I got no issues. Everything worked improperly. So at that point, I knew what the issue was. My motherboard was gone. It was done for. So I went online, looked around, see, maybe I can pick one up around here. And what I had at the point, I needed a 1200 socket. And they were all, when I was going through Amazon, I was going through Newegg, I was going through pretty much every service I could find. And they were all coming up as renewed, which in this case means refurbished. So they've already been used. They were already RMA. They were sent in for something, and I didn't want to deal with that. So I looked up Micro Center because I have one about half an hour for me. I did what I needed to do, and I found out they had the one that I needed. They had one in stock, but just one, and it wasn't even an ATX board. It was a micro ATX or mini ITX, whatever it's called. So I knew, so as soon as I could, I went. So that morning, hopped in my car, drove over to Micro Center, and sadly, that motherboard I was going to have to order. There was nothing in stock. But again, I still had it in my mind. What if I get the motherboard and it's not the motherboard? What if it's the CPU? What if there's something else going on deeper and that I don't understand? And at that point, I made the decision. I'm changing the CPU and I'm changing the motherboard. That's it. I have to do it. I need this. I can't have this system down. It's basically my form of entertainment. It's my email. It's when I had homework. That was what I would do it on. So I came to the decision. You know what? I need this thing on. It doesn't matter as long as the cost is reasonable. I'm gonna have to go ahead and do it. So that's what I did. So I went out. They had a bundle for around $300, at least that's what it was advertised as, and it included a 9.9 1700 socket, 1200 I believe, 12,000, something like that. But it's an overclockable CPU, the motherboard, and 32 gigs RAM. So at that point, I knew I had to do it. It was going to be a better deal. The motherboard itself was going to be around $199 to get one shipped over to me, and after that, if there was something else wrong, I was going to be out that money and whatever else was the issue. Alright, I know the chart is a little dark right now, but it's the lighting that I got for the moment. So it's currently 9:28 a.m. right now, and I'm about 35 to 40 minutes away from Micro Center, so I'm about to take off. So I already know what I need. I already know what I need to get. If everything goes wrong, I know I do have the proper stuff to either put in the order, or if worst comes to worst, I know I can pick up the adapter that I do need over there. But yeah. So this trip shouldn't be that expensive. I just need to pick up the motherboard and see how things go. Worst comes to worst, I know there's a chance that I might end up buying RAM. Again, I know it's the motherboard that's acting up. I'm pretty sure of it. But if I am wrong, I want to make sure I have everything that I do need for the system. So I'm going to be heading out pretty much right now. I'm going to grab my sunglasses real quick, got my wallet, got my card, and I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. So again, I'm going to be stopping over to the phone when I actually get to Micro Center. I'm not taking... I don't know what I'm going to call the camera yet. But I'm going to call the camera Hennessy. I'm going to call the camera Hennessy. So, well, the EOS 50, I'm not going to take it with me again because it's heavy, it's bulky, and I'm just going to go pick up a motherboard. So I'm not taking this with me. I like people to have their privacy, and I don't like people to know what I actually do. So I'll check in with you guys later. So yeah, I'm gonna go hop on the highway real quick, and I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. So again, if I do record there, it's gonna be on the iPhone. So I'll check in with you guys as we get there. So peace out. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Praying that this night's gonna last. You got it all on tap. I'm loving your vibe, always have your back. We like all the same tracks. Listen all night in the sheets all black. Said I'm falling fast. Don't remember life before you, that's fact. I feel good, you look great. I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date. You're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall.